out on Instagram looking like they made rich, but they not. Everybody said they started from the bottom, now they hit the top. They go, everybody say they got haters, everybody got paper. I guess ain't nobody broke.
Alright guys, got another video on the Yukon. This is going to be a short and sweet video. It's about the cab lights. So I've already showed the install of cab lights, the bulbs, so I'm not going to go through all that again. I got some new cab lights, and before I get into anything major, this is actually a sponsored video. Might as well say that. Get that out of the way. I'm required by federal law to say that. On my last video, when I installed those JDM Astar 5630 bulbs, I was contacted, or in the comments, I was messaged from somebody from JDM Astar. And I followed up in an email, and they basically said they wanted to send me some bulbs because the bulbs that I had in there and the bulbs that I chose are an older style bulb that are more for interior / intermittent use, not constant use. So, under constant use, they're, stressed out, not necessarily stressed out, but they're not what they're designed for. So their lifespan is significantly shorter. So what they sent me 5 bulbs, enough to do cab lights. Is well, the bulb uses 3030 chips. It's a 194, obviously. I guess there's not really a part number. I'll put a link in the description to the product. Yeah, basically what it is a bulb that uses 3030 SMD chips. It actually has an IC driver, which is basically a chip. It's actually got a chip on it, and that actually regulates the current, in other words, wattage to the bulb or to the LEDs. To control voltage spikes and stuff, from the alternator, whatever. Starting, if you jump somebody off, voltage spikes, stuff like that. Stuff that would blow a normal LED if it got through the resistors. And it's also in doing so, it basically controls the temperature of the whole bulb itself. Keep it from overheating. Which also shortens the life of LEDs. And it's got heat dissipation also to help the bulb last longer. And the 3030 chips have a higher temperature threshold, which means they could survive in more heat. Heat is the enemy of any type of electronics, even in a printed circuit board. If you do it right, you usually keep your high heat components away from your sensitive components, because high heat is the ultimate enemy of any type of electronics, and greatly shortens the lifespan of anything. LEDs in particular are really susceptible to heat. But yeah, they basically sent me these to try out, and because obviously these were the wrong bulbs, and another thing is to correct an issue if people actually went out and bought those bulbs and, honestly, and have problems later on with the bulbs going out, and then, there's a whole debacle with that. So, I'm rambling, but I'm actually giving information. It is actually, I actually really like them. There's the resistors down there. Those black bars right there, those 4 black bars, are diodes, most likely for reverse polarity protection. There's the chips. And then there is actually right there, that's actually the IC, or the integrated chip, integrated circuit board. Or not integrated circuit board, but IC is a chip. So that's actually should be doing all the regulation, stuff like that. And And yeah, pretty much just gonna put these in and see if there's a difference. I'll put a couple of them in, see if there's a difference, and I'll put another, and then I'll put it again with all of them in, and then I'll come back out here when it's dark and do a final video. But yeah, let's get these in. Just thought I'd show you this real quick. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's the old bulb. Now, by the naked eye, that's brighter. By the naked eye, this bulb is actually brighter, so, but, yeah. There's the resistors down there. Those are diodes. There's the LED chips, 3030s. There's the IC. And there's more resistors, and that is a capacitor. That capacitor is for the IC. Because the chip needs constant voltage, and chip needs constant voltage, so. Ah, that is smart. This actually works. That is very smart. Something to add that I did not know of. This bulb works in either direction. This bulb is reverse polarity. That is very, very, very nice. I might actually get these bulbs for my corner lights. These bulbs will actually work in your corner light. I actually might try that out real quick to see if these actually work the way I think they are. If these work the way I think they are, then if you need to put LEDs in your corner lights, whether you want amber or white, these will actually work, and they should work with both the turn signal and with just the running lights. That is going to be something to check out. Yeah, I can already tell that's brighter than that. But let me go ahead and do a couple more. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I can already tell between those two. It's already brighter. Yeah, the camera's kind of washing out. But that bulb is brighter. Quite a bit brighter. Actually I could do it now. Another plus for them for cab light use. That bulb is a lot brighter. So, and it does give pretty much a 360 degree. There's a little blank spot right here. But that could just be the smoke being uneven. But yeah, let me get all the other ones in, and I want to put one of these in the turn signal on the front, and let me see if it works the way I think it's going to work. If that's the case, I'm probably going to pick up a couple more of these and put them in the front corner lights for the so it works in dual function. That will definitely be useful to people. I know someone, Rocky Mountain. I know he, has LEDs in his corner light, and he, doesn't like the fact it doesn't work in both directions. If this works in both directions, then I can point him to those, and he can get the amber versions. But that is something I didn't know, and I don't think is even listed in the fact that these will work in both directions. But that makes sense because it is IC controlled. Because the LEDs are controlled by this, they're controlled by this microchip, basically. It can take voltage in through either way, go through these diodes either way to power it. That's smart. Anyway, let me get them all in. I'm rambling. These are the JDM Astar bulbs. Now, normally, this is normal. You have your running lights on, your LED corner lights on. You turn on your turn signal, and it flashes. That's normal. That's normal. When you have an LED in like this, or single polarity LED. I can show you with this afterwards. This one would still flash. This is just a single polarity. But if you don't have your running lights on, this is where a normal LED would not flash. This one is flashing. So this is a dual voltage, or excuse me, dual polarity. This is an actual dual polarity LED bulb. That is something I didn't know, but that is a good discovery because this is what I'm going to be buying. I'm going to get a couple more, put them in my corner lights on this, put them in my corner lights on my Jeep, and put them in my corner lights on the Sonoma. That gives me a bulb that's a single color that both works with the turn signal and with the running light. That is a good discovery. And now I can show you what a normal bulb would do. Lights are on. That night, you turn the turn signal on. You turn your turn signal on. It's flashing. Okay. Now, you turn your turn signal on in the daytime, it doesn't flash. So these bulbs can be used for the corner lights. I'm glad I discovered that. Now let me go ahead and put the rest of the lights in. Alrighty, and there they are. It's honestly dark enough. It's not completely dark, but it's dark enough. They're showing up fine. Like I said, I don't know if it showed up in the camera, but those are definitely brighter than this older style. These I'm probably going to put in the interior. Actually, those might actually fit better in the interior. The way that those bulbs are designed would honestly, with the way these dome lights and map lights and stuff are, those might actually work out better for the interior. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it showed up in the video, but those are they're probably about 20% brighter, 20 to 30, 20 to 35 or so. 20 to 30% brighter than these. I mean, there was a noticeable difference by the naked eye. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but so far I like them. I love the fact that they are reverse polarity. That gives people who want corner lights that are reverse polarity, meaning that when you turn your turn signal on during the daylight, you actually have a corner light. Because as a lot of people know, a normal LED, when you put it in the corner light, will only flash with your running lights on, because usually when you plug it in with your running lights on, and then you turn your turn signal on during the daytime and it doesn't flash. Those solve that problem. Like I showed you, you can stick it in and it works both ways. So that's a quick, simple, and cheap solution. Cheap in the general LED aspect, to get corner lights that work correctly, like an incandescent bulb would, in corner lights. But I don't know what was in shot, what was out of shot. But yeah, these are the JDM Astar lights. Like I said, I don't have a part number off the top of my head, but I will put a link to JDM Astar's website to these bulbs if you want to check them out. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Like with anything that I install, I'll do periodic updates if I start having problems with them or whatnot. But I'll talk with y'all later.